Washington, D.C., the capital of the United States, has become the center of political turbulence. On the 11th of August, 2025, President Donald Trump made a move that grabbed national attention. He announced that the Metropolitan Police Department of D.C. would come under direct federal control, and 800 National Guard troops would be deployed around the clock on the city's streets. According to Trump, crime in the capital is out of control, and this historic step is necessary to save the city. But questions quickly began to swirl. Are conditions really that bad? And does the president actually have the authority to do this? The reality is that D.C. is not a state. It's a federal district, and it operates under a unique law known as the Home Rule Act of 1973. Under Section 740 of this act, the president can take control of the D.C. police if he declares an emergency situation. However, by law, he must notify Congress in writing within 48 hours, and if the takeover is to last more than 30 days, congressional approval is required. Trump argues that this move is about restoring safety and public order. He claims that residents are afraid to leave their homes and that tourists are avoiding D.C. because of crime. He has said repeatedly that crime is out of control. Yet here's the twist. Official statistics paint a different picture. Compared to 2024, homicides in D.C. have actually dropped by about 12% this year, and overall violent crime is down roughly 26%. In other words, crime rates are falling, not rising. Local officials have responded with mixed emotions. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser called the decision unprecedented and dangerous, warning that it undermines the city's autonomy. However, she also stated that while the order is in effect, her administration will cooperate with federal agencies to ensure safety. D.C. Attorney General Brian Schwab has gone further, labeling the action unlawful and accusing the president of abusing his powers. On the other hand, Trump supporters argue that the measure is both legal and necessary. They say that regardless of what the statistics show, the public's fear and sense of insecurity can't be ignored. They believe federal control will bring more resources, personnel, and agency coordination to prevent crime more effectively. The political implications are hard to ignore. Critics claim Trump is using this order to project strength and reinforce his law and order image ahead of the next election. Civil rights groups warn that this sets a dangerous precedent for federal intervention in majority Black or minority-heavy cities. They fear that if this works in D.C., Trump could attempt similar takeovers in cities like New York, Chicago, or Baltimore. From an international perspective, this situation highlights just how much direct influence a U.S. president can have over the nation's capital. In many other democracies, the capital city enjoys the same autonomy as other regions, but in the United States, the rules are different, and Trump has used that legal gap to advance his political and security agenda. Over the next few weeks, the future of this decision will depend heavily on Congress. If lawmakers refuse to approve the order, federal control will end after 30 days, and the police department will return to the authority of the D.C. government. But if Congress gives the green light, it will mark a major political victory for Trump. For now, the streets of D.C. are visibly different. National Guard trucks, increased police patrols, and federal agents are a daily sight, making it clear that this isn't just a piece of paper, it's a full-scale operational shift. The big question is whether this will truly impact crime or whether it will ultimately be remembered as a politically motivated show of force. The answer will become clearer in the days ahead. But one thing is certain, Trump's move has reshaped the political and law enforcement landscape of the nation's capital in a way that will be debated for years to come.